Check this out, guys. Today I'm going to show you what it's like to drive the 812 Competizione and compare it to what it's like to drive the F12 TDF. Two of the coolest Ferraris ever made, both with naturally aspirated V12's low production numbers and track focusedness. They also are some of the best looking Ferraris ever made as well. Let's go ahead and open up those engines. Taking a look at the engines now, in the 812 Competizione, we've got a 6.5 liter naturally aspirated V12 that makes 819 horsepower and 514 pound-feet of torque. 0 to 60 happens in 2.8 seconds and goes on to a top speed of 211 miles an hour. Look how gorgeous that engine bay is. Now moving on to the F12 TDF, this has a 6.3 liter naturally aspirated V12, making 769 horsepower and 520 pound-feet of torque. It's got an identical 0 to 60 and top speed of 2.8 seconds and 211 miles an hour. Design-wise, both cars are absolutely stunning. I love the massive intakes in the front bumper of the 812 Comp. I also love this element here, the carbon fiber blade that allows airflow to exit the engine bay, that hot air escapes. It's also got these vents here for turbulent airflow to escape as well. Look at that crazy side skirt. Now moving on to the front of the F12 TDF, absolutely savage front end. I love these kind of shark fins down here, more vents in the hoods, and it also has a really cool side blade right here that you could pass your hand all the way through. Now, moving on to the rear of the car, I love those vents there as well. Massive wheels, carbon ceramic brakes. Check out the rear diffuser, quad exhaust. It actually has a decent sized trunk back here. Moving on to the 812 Comp, this is one of the craziest rear ends of any car ever. Look at this, it doesn't actually have a window back here. That's why it's got this little camera that's attached to a virtual mirror on the rear view mirror. You can't actually see out of the back. But instead, we've got these carbon fiber blades that increase downforce when you're traveling at high speed. Taking a look at the rear diffuser, it's absolutely gorgeous, and the exhaust tips are pushed all the way out to the sides to increase the size of that diffuser. And check out how cool this is. You can see all the way through those vents to those rear tires. Crazy enough, we even have a trunk in the back of the 812 Comp that is very big. Look at this carbon fiber piece right here. Tailor-made Kevlar, looks so cool. A little peek into the interior. All right, let's hop inside both of these, shall we? Inside the F12 TDF now, and it is a gorgeous place to be. Look at that beautiful leather bucket seat that holds you in place incredibly well. Carbon fiber doors, F12 TDF on the floor mat. TDF up here, little passenger display. We've got the floating bridge for reverse automatic and launch control. More carbon fiber, a big cup holder right here. The steering wheel feels great in your hands, as do the paddles for that 7-speed dual clutch, Manatino dial, engine start stop button, and I love this door handle, so mechanical, pops open and very lightweight. All right, let's hop into the 812. Inside the 812 Comp now, and this interior is absolutely spectacular. Just look at those blue Alcantara bucket seats. They are to die for. Carbon fiber doors, Alcantara everywhere. Passenger display, little 812 Comp logo there. And the entire interior is also made from Kevlar, a tailor-made option. This, drive controls instead of those plasticky ones. Pretty cool. Metallic. We even have a cup holder in here, which is pretty funny. Our climate controls right there. The steering wheel is amazing. Shift indicator light, 7-speed dual clutch transmission. All of our controls, turning indicators, windshield wipers, Manatino dial for different drive modes, engine start button. Back here, we've got some additional storage space, as well as a badge that says 1 of 999. Really cool carbon doors, Alcantara accents. All right, let's take it for a drive. All right, behind the wheel of the 812 Competizione now. Let's rip this thing. Oh my God, the 9,500 RPM red line is just ridiculous. Following behind the F12 TDF. Initial impressions, I freaking love this thing, my God. Jesus. Having owned an 812, I was very excited to see how this thing drives, and it is night and day different. This thing is so much more savage. The suspension rides so much firmer, the steering is so much sharper, the gear changes are quicker. Everything about this car is better than the 812 Superfast. I mean, if you want to do a comfortable long rally, maybe not. The initial turn-in is so amazing in this car, and you can really feel that retuned rear axle steering working to your benefit. As I mentioned in the review, the rear wheels, not only can they turn in the opposite direction of the fronts, they can also turn in opposite directions of each other. So you can have the rear right wheel going to the right, the other one going to the left at up to 1.5 degrees difference to help you make it around the turn as quickly as and as stably as possible. And it really does boost confidence. And the traction control is so good in race mode at inspiring confidence and putting that 819 horsepower down to the ground without trouble whatsoever. Oh my God, and when you get to the top of the RPM range, it is just so quick. I am in love with this car. The suspension is perfect, completely mitigates body roll. Oh, when you think you've reached the red line, you haven't. You got more to go. And this just sounds so good. Wow. All right, I'm gonna be quiet for a second and let you listen to this. I mean, the G-forces this thing pulls is starting to make my neck sore. This thing is absolutely savage. Whereas the 812 Superfast was this refined GT cruiser, this thing is an absolute brute. And I cannot wait to get behind the wheel of the F12 TDF next and see how that more analog, more old school savage is in comparison. But in terms of modern day new supercars, oh my God, I'm out of breath. It really doesn't get any better than this. I love the interior layout. The only thing I don't love is, well, the spec is perfect. I love the yellow and the blue. The yellow reflects off of the windshield more than I would like. I also love the yellow lines here at the 12 o'clock position on this beautiful steering wheel that has that shift indicator light. The Kevlar throughout the interior is really cool. Everything just feels nice to the touch. No longer is a savage, track-focused beast just basically only for the track and has no luxury or quality of materials. This has everything. This really is a do-everything car. And I am just unbelievably impressed with this. Special thanks to the RM Collection for making this video possible. He's in the F12 TDF right now. Make sure to follow him on Instagram. Got an awesome collection. Really cool guy and drives his cars like they're meant to be driven. So share the love. Give him a follow. RM Collection on Instagram. Let's drive this thing a little bit more and then we're gonna switch to the TDF. These seats are absolutely gorgeous, but they're also super comfortable and supportive as well. I think over a super long road trip, they're gonna get a little bit too stiff, but man, for short cruises and maybe an hour or two, this thing is perfect. All right, time to pick up the pace again. Such an addicting car to drive. We got a Porsche behind us too. This car is incredible. I need one. Oh, I think I like this, the way this drives more than a LaFerrari, honestly. All right, behind the wheel of the F12 TDF. Let's go ahead and turn the key, fire this thing on. Oh man, that sounds good. Man, you hear every little rock bouncing off of the car's chassis. I love that. Turning indicators on the wheel itself. All right, off we go in the F12 TDF. Oh my God, this thing sounds much crazier than the 812. It's a lot more raw sounding. Holy crap. Oh my God, the induction noise is to die for. Holy moly. This is something else. Woo! Wow. The brakes are phenomenal. Oh my God, the resonance of that engine, my God. The suspension is fantastic, no body roll. The steering feel is much better in this car than the 812. It just feels a little stiffer and more confidence inspiring. The car doesn't turn in as quickly as the 812 because it doesn't have that super fancy, crazy third gen rear axle steering, but oh my gosh, this is just ridiculous to drive. This is one of the craziest Ferraris ever. Oh. Sweating. This is a freaking riot, my God. Holy crap. I mean, a car this big with an engine in the front should not handle like this. That is for damn sure. And honestly, with 769 horsepower, this traction control is working really well. Visibility is great. It's actually not that difficult of a car to drive, to be honest. It kind of shrinks around you, not to like a go-kart level, but it doesn't feel as big as it is. And the communication and suspension are even more intense than the 812 Superfast, than the 812 Competizione, excuse me. All right, we're gonna pull over here. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Like always, please browse the channel and subscribe. Special thanks to the RM Collection for making this video possible. I look forward to seeing you guys next video.